Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Friday, August 8th, 2014. Alright, yesterday, jobless claims number looked really pretty good, actually. But that was about it for announcements yesterday, and today we have a light hitter in productivity and costs. And then, of course, wholesale trade, but pales in comparison to this headline over here, which is Obama approves U.S. airstrikes in northern Iraq. So we have stock futures pointing lower, European stocks fall, gold is higher, Japan sinks. Oh, I hope Japan doesn't sink. Oh, stocks sink, okay. And then, yeah, genocide, Ebola, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got Russia, saber rattling. There's just a lot of stuff going on right now that should weigh heavy on consumer confidence. So let's take a peek at Asia. Yes, Japan's market does look a little shaky here. Everybody else, though, yeah, we definitely are on the bearish side there, and in Europe, pretty much bearish across the board as well. Okay, so here we're looking like we will open down a tad this morning, and gold is up above 1,300 finally. Maybe we can start taking a look at that covered call in GLD based on that. So what did I do yesterday? Well, first of all, I closed my RUT and SPX that were to expire last night. So I got out of those for a nice tidy profit on both of those. We're still in the ones with next week's expiration. We'll look at those when we go through the A+ list. And then a little bit of a discussion about Netflix here. Both of my bear calls, I took a heavy beating on both of those. And I flipped it, and I'm trying to make some of it back here. And I did at the time, was pretty close to at the money bull put. And we'll look at that on a chart. Chipotle still appears to be working out. We're up a tad on that, so we're trying to make up for some of that mistake. Now, that's not something that you would normally do. I don't advise it. I just got kind of mad yesterday and got out of my zone, I guess you could say, and I'm trying to get back at the market by doing this play here on Netflix. Yeah, let's go take a look at it. Here it is. Entered this puppy on this candle, and I did a lot of them. I just kept clicking the button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's like, argh. So not a very smart thing to do, but we'll see how it works out today. If we take a look at Netflix, this is a 15-minute chart. So this was the aftermarket activity. It pretty much held its own, which is sort of a good sign, but then I'm not sure about this news that came out this morning. But let's take a look at our bid and ask. We're at 445, 454, so we're right about here. So I'm sure this bid ask is not new for this morning. It's probably still there from last night. So this is what we're looking like on our risk profile. Risking $558 to make $942. So we're right here right now, Is that right? I need to read. There we go. Yeah, we're right at break even, which is, you can tell that pretty much if you look here. We're at $9, so we're up a couple pennies on that break even. And, well, let's just go through the A+ list and see how quickly we can get through. Another thought that I've been having, and I want to actually go back to, I want to look at Tesla, spend a little bit of time with Tesla here and talk to you about this. Tesla's on a tear, and it's not giving us an entry. But if we were to go over here and take a look at the 78-minute chart, it gave us an opportunity right here. So this was actually the open, that's this candle right here. That would have been a nice little 50 delta. So I'm thinking that, I'm having a problem with equities because they're either apparently fighting against the market or they're just doing weird things. But overall, the indexes are pretty easy to play, especially with 20 deltas. But I'm not getting any 50 delta opportunities with equities. So I think what I'm going to have to do here is focus more on equities on the 78-minute or the 5-chunk daily chart. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's we divided the day up into 5 parts, and we divided the week up into 5 parts. So this is our 1-to-5 ratio that we're always looking for. So the stochastic and the MACD would be good indicators here. And even if you look back a little bit more, here is, we're in an uptrend, right? And here we have another opportunity to get in. And we could also, I wouldn't be, we just take them as we get them. So this is an opportunity here too. It's not exactly perfect, but here's another potential opportunity on this chart. So that's what I'm thinking about equities, is to maybe focus a little bit more on the intraday chart, the 78-minute chart for entries, because you have plenty of time here. The weekly chart, not so much, but I like to keep the news up here, but I can always shut the news out by doing that. It just doesn't have enough room at figures, and then we can squish things over this way, and that way we can have a tad bit more emphasis on the intraday chart. And let's see, yeah, okay. All right, let's get rocking and rolling here. It's Friday, and see if we can get out early. All right, Apple. Okay, Apple's not necessarily in an uptrend. We're definitely in a downtrend on the intraday if we're focusing a little bit more on that. But we're still not even getting an entry there. These aren't really valid swings here at all. So we do like to see them go up above 70 at least, and preferably 80. We're just not getting it, and it's kind of, giving us noise here. So we're getting noise all over the place on Apple. Amazon. Okay, we have, for Amazon, we had them, we had them on our setup list yesterday. We didn't get an entry though. Still find this pretty amazing. So I don't see anything on Amazon right now. Even here. Quite possibly we may be approaching a possible entry here. So I'm going to take this off of here. And, oops, I used price level over there. So I have to change this to an oval. And we'll be looking for, you can't even see it on this chart. We'll be looking for an entry over here. But not quite ready for prime time yet. Baidu. Let's see, we have still trying to figure out what it wants to do here. Yeah, this is interesting because here we have the 20 crossing the 50 pretty solidly. So I'm saying if we got something here to go for, that's a good thing. So we'll be looking for an entry there on the intraday chart. Chipotle, we still have our bear call up here, and it looks like as though it's going to work out pretty good for us for right now. We were looking for an entry here. This is not valid anymore. Just because of this consolidation. This really is not, I wouldn't call this an uptrend here, and on the intraday it's definitely not, but on the weekly, yeah, it's looking good on the weekly, but we're not playing off the weekly. Actually, we're just using it as a reference. Yeah. Okay, Costco. What the heck was that? Costco. We're still in our channel. We had a pretty hot candle here. Go away. I don't know why you show label. Never. I think I have to keep telling it not to show that label. We are in a consolidation pattern here. Not even seeing anything. When you got the moving averages converging here like that, that's not good for any sort of momentum play. So we're just like out of gas on Costco right now. Taking a look at the Dow just for fun. We're staying within that channel that we drew. This might be a tad bit tight here. There. Or loose, I should say. Loosey-goosey. See if this continues. Gold, how we doing? Yeah, okay, just another buck or so on gold. And we'll be in territory to do something. Now, this is in August. Let's go take a look at this. This is in August, so it'll expire next week. Right now it is worth 4.5 cents. So if I wanted to, I could sort of roll this, and it wouldn't cost me a transaction fee to buy this one back, but I can't afford. I mean, we're down to pennies on this thing. I'm trying to milk this thing for every penny I can get out of it. So I'm not going to buy that back, even if gold takes off. We are at 134 with our call way up here. I think we're pretty safe for a while, don't you? Okay, moving on. Google. Well, I guess we're not going to get out all that early. Google, nothing going. Maybe something coming up here. Let's just slide this over. Maybe something coming up there. So it shows up over here. LinkedIn. Yeah, this wasn't really a good entry here. looking back on this particular chart. And we don't have anything showing up there. Equities are really, really hard to play right now, especially the ones on my list. Some of them I'm sure are tanking. I don't look at them. I can tell by their indexes, though, that there's a lot of stocks that are tanking. So we were looking at a 20 delta on NDX. Remember how we looked at how NDX and Google are tracking pretty much together? And right now, that could be true. This probably still holds true. So maybe another entry up here. I'll take this one off. I'm just leaving them white for right now. Oh. And Netflix, we took a peek at Netflix. I'm just going to stay away from it. I don't even want to talk about it for right now. Priceline. It's got earnings coming up, so we won't talk about that one either. Russell. We closed this particular trade here, so that one's done. And now we're sitting there collecting theta on this one, and we may, if we get another run up here, we may look for another one over here. And that could happen pretty fast, just a little bit of a blip up here. It may not happen today though. SPX, kind of the same story. We're done with this one. And we're collecting data on this one. Tesla. Alright, yeah. We might be looking for an entry down here on Tesla. And last but not least is Visa. Definitely in a downtrend there, and this is a good spot up here to possibly give us a shorter term entry on this. Alright, that's it for today. I'll be tallying the results this weekend and posting a spreadsheet on my blog. But other than that, everybody have a great weekend. Thank you very much for watching, and happy trading.